Thank you for checking out this short. I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Peace. Fellas, we gotta very quickly here because it's 4:30, 4:23 over here on the West Coast.
We've been into it.
7:23 on the East Coast.
And I love the preacher. I love the old soul. I love them brothers, man.
I do too, man.
Hey,
love them brothers, man.
Listen, hey, so what is the one? Let me ask you this question. What is the one? In order to wrap this up, right? We could talk about credit, but what is the one or two takeaways you would tell someone who's looking to establish credit, who's young, looking to establish credit, or have established credit and now have bad credit? What they could do? What are a few takeaways you can leave someone as we exit the show?
Do not co-sign for anybody.
Do not co-sign for anyone.
Nobody.
That's your takeaway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And so wait. Why do you say do not co-sign for anyone? Because that's a pretty general statement.
well, meaning as far as you don't know how they're paying their bills. And just like how the comedian was talking about too, what he did for that person, and that person didn't pay the bill. So now you're affected. So you're being affected if you do co-sign, because that lowers your credit score too, just as well.
All right, so I'm gonna add to your comment. I would say do not co-sign unless you are comfortable with unless you are 100% comfortable with picking up that bill.
Amen.
That's what I would say.
100%.
Not only are you comfortable, not only are you comfortable picking up that bill, but you have the ability to pay it.
Capable.
And it's not
Hey,
going to take away from your personal finances.
thank you for that. Hey, thank you for that. I made an assumption that just because you're comfortable, you're capable. You might not be both. You need to be comfortable and capable.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, cool. Crooner, what do you have to say? What
Well, I got a couple. My philosophy is this. I told my kids this a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't afford to gift the money, don't loan the money. Don't let the money be the thing that just upsets the relationship. Like somebody come to me and say, I need $2,500. If I can't gift it to you, because I know I have a chance that you ain't gonna pay it back, I'm not gonna loan it to you. I'll say something like, well, I'll give you $2,000. Because I'm in my heart, I'm saying that's gone money. Because people look at the way we live and they say, he don't need that money.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing good. I've had people tell me that. They said, you didn't need the money. Yes, I do.
Envy is something else, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
Envy is a mother.
Yeah.
So wait, but directly from a credit perspective, how does that align with credit? Like, what would you say to people?
You know what? I'm all confused about the credit thing because I don't think young people will listen. I was that young person, and you could have told me to be careful with the credit. I wouldn't be careful with the credit. I mean, I wouldn't listen to my dad or my mom. I know.
Why is it important, Leon? Like, we know they need to listen because we didn't listen. So why is it important? What would you express? Why is it important?
You'll be in a predicament that you'll be in trouble. You know, you'll be in trouble with credit if you don't pay attention to it. It's just that simple, but I don't know. Okay. I just don't believe young people listen.
Also,
what I would have to say is a couple things. For me, giving advice to young people, I would say it comes down to think about your future. Don't think about the now. Think about there might be a time in your life you're going to have people that are dependent upon you. And people dependent upon you is going to be based upon your good credit. Mm-hmm. Again, your children might, need to go to school. You might need to have a home. You might need to have a vehicle to get to a job or just a job. So the underlying thing for me is just to say, think about tomorrow. Don't get so consumed into today of what you think you might want. Again, it comes down to wants and needs. So the bottom line is think about your future. Just think about your future.
Cool. Donald?
So my uncle was a stickler. He did everything with cash. So what I've been doing, again, is educating the young ladies that I teach in my program. I'm actually holding an entire class, educating these high school kids that's going to college on the importance of good credit. But my uncle used to have this saying, and he used to call it "got to have." Now, of course, when we hear those words, got to have is 3 separate words, but he didn't mean it in that sense. He used got to have. If it's something that you got to have money to pay your electric bill. You got to have money to pay your mortgage. You got to have money to put gas in your car.
Mhm.
And that's how you really decide how to move in this thing called credit. Because 18, 19, 20-year-old, most of the time you don't need credit at that age. I found personally that I really needed to have good credit around 23 or 24 years old. I didn't. And that's one of the reasons why I've agreed to do those things for my kids, because all 3 of my kids have full-time jobs. I do their taxes. I have their bank account information. So if things go south,
Mhm.
I will get my money. So if it's a situation where you got to have it, if it's like Carl was saying with those sneakers, you don't have to have those sneakers. So it's not a necessity. You have to decide what's a necessity versus a want.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you sharing that, man. I guess my feedback would be, what I would say is, be patient, right? Establish credit early, but be patient, right? Don't overextend yourself. At a minimum, get 1 credit card, MasterCard or Visa, and pay your bills on time, right? If you really want to, if you can get a parent to put you on as an authorized user, piggybacking they call it. I'll include a link in the actual video posting in the comments there. You can go ahead and use piggybacking. It's a great way to get your credit score and establish one, because you're going to need it. Because if you don't, you're going to have some difficult times, right? As a part of life with homes, renting, credit cards, you basically insurance, you're going to have a ton of potential issues with bad credit. And so it's important that you establish it early. And more importantly, then educate people and protect your credit, right? And so when Doc mentioned about co-signing, while you might have great credit, if you go and co-sign for someone who doesn't have credit established and they don't follow through, then you're on the hook for that, right?
Yes.
And so you might not want to be in that position. So, nor may you be capable of being in that position to pay that bill. So with that, I would strongly recommend that you really protect your credit as well. The point that we as a group want to make is that having good credit is important. So please understand that, okay? Anything else, brothers, anything else you want to close with?
Just
Um,
recognize pitfalls, man. If you can turn on TV, you could go on the internet and people are throwing credit cards at you. You have to understand these pitfalls with these interest rates and all these quick rich schemes and all that. Just recognize the pitfalls. If it sounds too good, again, I'll go back to what I said before. Walk away from it, because it's just going to damage you. You have to establish credit. That's a known fact. But not under something 30%, 40% or whatever. Walk away from it and talk to somebody. Educate yourself and listen to somebody that's been before. And just try to recognize. Don't get caught up in the credit card schemes,
Right.
or that somebody can clean your credit up that quick. It doesn't work.
I like the fact that you said listen to somebody who's been through it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Right.
everybody on the call.
Somebody else.
We're not telling you because we trying to harp on you and give you a hard time. We telling you because we really want to help. That's why.
We've been through it.
Yes, exactly. Donald.
We've been
That's
through
the
it.
greatest thing about this podcast, is that we have the ability and we are being transparent, and we get to pass down the things the mistakes that we've made, right? And I would replace that. It's essential that you have good credit. It's essential. Because if anyone is paying attention, I don't know if you're paying attention, but if you're paying attention, some stores don't even take cash. Some stores don't even take cash. So you better be paying attention to what's going on in the world around you, because if they're trying to go cashless.
Guys, it's been it's been a good day. This topic is broad and it is extreme. For you, the listeners, we want to thank you so much for checking us out, and please subscribe, hit that like button, share, comment on any of what we said, and we'll make sure to respond to you. We hope you enjoy this video, and we'll be talking with you next week. We out. My brothers.
Happy
Mm.
birthday, Diggity.
Happy birthday, Big Dog.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Doc.